Now, still with us, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor David Bruno. And David, I understand that you've done a lot of work on the issue of no-knock warrants. As Benjamin Crump just said, you know, Breonna Taylor was already killed during the execution of a no-knock warrant. And now we have another case of a no-knock warrant. And a man who's not even the target of that warrant is killed, a man with no criminal history. So many people just want to know, why are no-knock warrants still legal?
Yeah, first of all, my heart goes out to the decedent's family here. It's impossible to understand for them, certainly. But in the law enforcement community, there needs to be some room for no-knock warrants. Why? Because they're coming into residences and oftentimes very dangerous situations with dangerous individuals. Now, look, we don't know yet what the affidavit said, because there was a judge that had to sign off on this no-knock warrant. That's the process. Prosecutors and police make recommendations as to what manner of execution there are for these warrants. And in this particular case, a judge had to make the determination that enough evidence was presented to the court that there was a danger to the officers if it were not for the... One thing that surprises me, Joy, about this video is that they didn't use a flashbang. Okay, flashbangs are devices that are thrown into the homes as police come in to disorient individuals that are in the rooms, right? And that's there for multiple reasons. It's there for the protection of the police officers. But I think it could have actually been different here if this individual was disoriented with the bang, with the flash. Now, who knows? Hindsight is 20/20 as to why they didn't use the flashbang. But I think when we're talking about no-knock warrants, we do have to understand there's room for that in society. But it's just so unfortunate at times when things go bad, when we see this type of thing happen, when we learn that the individual, the decedent that died here, was not the target of the investigation, and we have video to show this. There's no good video that could show any incidents like this. And if a picture is worth 1,000 words, man, a video is worth 10,000 to 1,000,000 words, and this says it all. It's very sad. We see it right here, an individual that was sleeping on a couch, covered by a blanket. And to the defense of the police officers, and what you'll hear from their attorneys and the PBA and the FOP on this, is that there was a firearm that was shown. Now, those police officers have heightened security. They are in a situation, and if it's a no-knock warrant, well, they intellectually, in their minds, believe that it's a dangerous situation too. And when an individual sees a gun, that man made a decision that I'm sure he's going to regret for the rest of his life. And now it's on Minnesota Attorney General and the prosecutor's office to make a determination whether or not this individual who killed this man should be criminally responsible or prosecuted.
You know, a little bit later in the show, we're going to get to some of our viewer comments. And one of our viewers made a really interesting point, was that the individual police officers, as you've been articulating, are in a difficult position, and that it's something that really needs to be addressed at a higher level systemically, essentially holding accountable the people who ordered the officers to then execute that no-knock warrant. I do want to just share a bit about the DOJ policy regarding no-knock warrants, because they did last fall issue a policy limiting the use of no-knock warrants, and you've started to touch on this, essentially saying that they can only be used where physical safety is at stake. Logistically, how does that actually work? How are determinations made? Okay, in this case, we're going to do no-knock warrant. How does that happen?
Yeah, sure. Well, an investigation typically leads to these search warrant applications. And it's really fact-specific as to why a department or a prosecutor's office would ask for the no-knock warrant. Frequently, we see very dangerous individuals with a criminal history, with gun offenses, when they know that guns are in the residence. Maybe it's a high-crime residence. They have observation or surveillance of individuals, high crime activity in it, and it's really very fact specific. So they do their investigations. They have to make assessments as to what the risk levels are in the residence that they're about to go in with search warrants. And then they have to lay it out in a probable cause statement, along with probable cause that there is evidence of a crime or that a person's in there. They need that probable cause standard. And then to get the no-knock warrant, they have to show something more. They have to show these things that we're talking about that would lead a magistrate or a judge on the signing of the warrant to believe that that no-knock warrant is there because of a dangerous situation, and but for the no-knock warrant, these officers would be in danger. But again, where's the flashbang? Where's the device that's going to disorient the individuals? I mean, it's surprising to me. We got this video of the police officers with the keys going in as if it's their own. And then who knows what that decedent was thinking in that room. I mean, he may have been scared himself for various different reasons. So it's a sad situation to see and talk about.
And I do want to share with our viewers that as of today, the Minneapolis mayor has now placed a moratorium on no-knock warrants in Minneapolis. So that is a brand new development. We're going to keep following this story. We also asked our viewers, what do you think about